Hello, my name is Shaquan and this is WinstonGraySaga. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another beautiful Thursday. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on all of our social media at WinstonGraySaga or my personal accounts at Shaquan Gray. And also make sure you like, comment, and share this video with all your friends, darling, and invite them into this wonderful, beautiful family. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so that you get all of the notifications of whenever we decide to post a video on another Thursday. Now, it's Pride Month, and something that's very important to me is talking about demisexuality and being demisexual. And lately, since I made that video coming out as demisexual, and Josh and I talked about our relationship and how we've made changes over the last couple of months with me coming into the realization of what the issue was that we were having in our relationship. We've made a couple of changes, and I really appreciate all of the love and support that you all gave in the comment section for that video. It was really inspiring, and I saw some comments of how that video has inspired others, and you were happy to find that there was someone else who was like you or who had the same thoughts and beliefs as you. And that's kind of what this whole channel was created for. You know, growing up, in our almost 5 years of our relationship, we didn't see a whole lot of couples who looked like us, being interracial, as well as couples who identified exactly like us. And so the good thing for us is that we're finding people who are just like us, who are being empowered and inspired by our videos, and that's the whole reason why we started this. So thank you for finding that video and for showing me your support. Obviously, there were some hate comments for the video as well. I really don't give a damn. But the good news is that we're inspiring people, and that's what we're all about. So today, I want to take some time and answer some questions about demisexuality. Some of them I found online, some of them I've been asked over the last couple of months, and have told people that I plan on making a video discussing all of those questions and talking about them. So here we are. So let's go. First question, and one that I've gotten a lot, is do you masturbate? It's a very personal question. It's a very personal question, but I have no problem answering it. Yes, I do masturbate. There are so many different variances of a demisexual. And so the demisexual scale is not just this is what it is. There's so many, just like any other spectrum, there's a spectrum for demisexuality. And I happen to fall in the category that masturbates. Masturbation doesn't involve other people, so it does not invalidate your demisexuality if you do it. Some demisexuals masturbate because it feels good, some do it to fall asleep at night, some do it just to relax, and some do it just as a body maintenance or upkeep thing. Whatever the reason for, people who don't identify as demisexual masturbate for, it's the same reason, except for it doesn't include other people, so it doesn't invalidate our demisexuality. A question that I found online is, can someone else tell me if I'm demisexual? No. No one can invalidate how you feel. You are the only person, I said this in my previous video, you are the only person who can label yourself. No matter what anybody else tries to tell you, you are the only person who can label yourself, and never, ever try and fit into what somebody else has said you are. You're not that. You are what you believe you are. That may change over time, but it's what you believe. A couple of years ago, if you would have told me that the reason why I have never done a hookup and the reason why I have never engaged in sexual activity with someone who I have not had a strong emotional connection with was because I was demisexual, I wouldn't believe it. I believe that there was an issue that was wrong with me and I couldn't figure out what it was. It's the same with when we're finding out that we're gay, or that we're finding out that we're different than the heteronormity of life. That you seem to have, your brain automatically says that there's an issue here because it's out of the norm. You make your own labels, so there's no one else who can tell you who or what you are besides you. Third question, if I experience arousal, am I still demisexual? Short answer, yes. Most of these things are not going to invalidate your demisexuality. Number one, know that. and experiencing sexual arousal. Remember that sexual arousal is a biological reaction to sexual stimuli. Okay, now let me break that down. Sexual arousal happens to each and every person. It is not always generated by another human. Okay, it is your body. It is just your body. The reason why you wake up in the morning with morning wood is because of biological reaction. Okay, you can be asexual and still have a hard-on when you wake up. It has nothing to necessarily do with other people. It is your body just reacting and being normal. In fact, it shows that you're quote-unquote normal if you have an arousal. Sexual arousal is not always because of other people. Sometimes it's psychological, and sometimes it's just your body reacting. There's blood, there's hormones, there's all of these things that go into sexual arousal. So you can't just say that you can't be demisexual because you have a hard-on or because you get hard in front of people. That has nothing to do with it. Number 4, what does sexual attraction feel like? And this is a really good question. First, we have to know that there's a difference between sensual attraction and sexual attraction. And what usually happens is that we get this confused. Sensual attraction is cuddling, wanting to hold someone's hand, kissing, just wanting to lay with someone. While sexual attraction is more so liking how someone looks and loving their body and wanting to engage in sexual activity with them, such as penetration, those types of things. That's more sexual attraction. While again, sensual attraction is cuddling and kissing and hugging. Those types of things fall under sensual, okay? I don't find sexual attraction that important in life. Josh can tell you, and it upsets him sometimes because it's still new and are different, and we differ in what we like in some ways. But I love just cuddling and just hugging and just laying in his arms and just wanting him to do the same thing for me, because that's how I get my arousal, because that's what turns me on. I don't need sexual attraction to get what I need, to get what others need out of it, okay? And that's where that demisexuality comes in. You don't necessarily need a sexual attraction. And if you are engaging in sexual attraction, it's not necessarily for you, but for the other person that you have that strong emotional connection to. Because at the end of the day, all you really need is that sensual attraction. Next question. If I have a sex drive, am I still demisexual? And again, the answer is yes. Some demisexuals have a very high sex drive, and some have a very low one, and some have some that changes over time. I personally, mine changes over time. There can be weeks, months, that I can go without having a sex drive at all. And there's weeks and months that my sex drive is extremely high. It just depends on what's going on in life, how I feel, and all of those things. There's so many things that go on. And again, Josh can answer that question. It just depends, but it does not invalidate your demisexuality. But know that it is possible to feel a sexual attraction and still not have a sex drive, or feel a sexual attraction and not act upon it. There are times that I can see someone on the street, and this was before Josh and I were together. There were times I could see someone on the street and think that they're attractive, right? And feel sexual attraction to them, right? Looking at their body features, listening to how they're talking, all of these things. Those are things that sexually attract me to them. I'm never going to act upon those because I don't have a sex drive that will to do what is necessary to make that act happen. Make sense? And this is the last question. Can I be demisexual and bisexual, demiromantic, pansexual, and some other label? And again, wrap it all up with this. You are the only one who can give yourself a label. No one else can tell you who you are. No one else can invalidate your labels. You are the only one who make your labels. Your labels might change over time. You get older, you grow, you become different. Like I said, I never thought that I would be here, sitting here making this video saying, hey, I'm demisexual and here's some answers to these questions that you asked about demisexuality, because I never thought that that would be the reason why things in my past have been the way that they were. I just thought that I was different, and being different wasn't necessarily okay back then. So I went with it and tried to make the best out of it that I can. But there are so many resources, there are so many things out there. And there's so many experiences that you can have to find out who you actually are. And again, I'm 23. I don't know if in the future I might add another label to who I am. Things happen, things change, but right now I am a queer Christian male who identifies as demisexual and gay. That's who I am, and I'm loving the life that I live, and I hope that you will get to a place that you are fully loving who you are, that you're fully loving who you were created to be. And so yeah, and if you ever have any questions or just need someone to talk to, I am always here. Josh is always here for our family. So please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video and share with all of your friends, darling, inviting them to this beautiful family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as that bell so that you know when we post another Thursday video. One life, one love.
Oh, baby.